it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. I'm sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Good. 180. Check 45. 50. Let's go, baby. Let me what you got.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another first and 10.
50. Hey, exit.
Mayfield now. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
He's not going to get me.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Second and 5 now. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
180. Ready. Show it up. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the Cowboys. His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Regular. Hey, Orbit. I got number 80. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let's put it on.
Following the interception, Mayfield, he's going to air one out. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
We got this.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield, but gets intercepted.
Fournette, a first down carry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 28-yard line.
Check my 45.
Hey, alert 33.
Deep stop.
Hey.
Check.
Hey, alert 33.
Find the mic.
Smooth.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Get wide. 58.
Point it right.
58, right there.
Hey, box drop.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Back. Watch twist.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
We taking wins.
Go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check it hungry.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
You see me? They can't stop me.
The Vikings send out their punter. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Check 15. Pistol. Hey, Alpha.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Real. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Alert! You ain't doing nothing. Hey, wahoo!
He's checking credit.
Hey, check. Regular. Regular.
45.
Hurry.
45. Watch the screen.
Bud.
45's the mic. I got it.
What?
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
On 3rd down, Fournette. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return is Cohen. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Pick it up. Check down. Single.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Back to throw here. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Callaway on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Squeeze. Bang. Let's go. Shoot.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Get in the weight room. Ball trot. Will. 24, check 24. Jim. Slam. Set.
On play action, they'll throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Austin Safarian-Jenkins in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 2. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Mike's 50. Watch the slant. Switch. Hey. Zoom. Mike 50. I got you, son. I got you. Let go.
2nd and 5. And to the tight end here, Safarian-Jenkins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll set up to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Let's go.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Ready. Bound to lose 1. Check 52. Check 3. Check 9. 49. Check 49. Check 4.
Now a play fake here on first down. Safarian-Jenkins has it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that's complete to Cooks. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
10 more yards. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears. Deuce.
It's a give to Freeman running right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Draw play, Cohen, and an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. It's a 6. Run it. Half. Ship. Turn. Kill. Turn it. Let it go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
Check it back.
2nd and 9 now. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Mike 50. I got one right.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Where'd he go? 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Set go. Screen. Pass. 45 to Mike. 45 on.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try.
A 31-yard.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Bravo. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming, baby.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Shoot. Kill. Alert flare. Flare. Yeah. Hayward.
First down, a run with Cohen. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check three. Showing that. Huh. Check hot route. Hot. Off.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Shit. Begin. Check.
Second and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Point it right.
On second down, Mayfield again. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
It's almost closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Hurry! Pistol. Hey, Charlie!
58, Mike, 58.
Big time!
Third and long for Mayfield. And he'll find Hall. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Haywood! Pistol.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Real. Hey, Delta!
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, dude. In your face. 58, boy, 58, 58, Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
180. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Regular. 58.
First down, Mayfield. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Exit. They gonna need some therapy after this.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey.
Watch out.
Mayfield to throw. This is caught. And so close. He gets it. To the 1. Out of bounds right there.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
36.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go deep.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
This is caught at the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 99. Check 99. Echo. He's coming. Double up.
And the blitz does come. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Big Dan.
They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Cowboys, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.